The final word. Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So much to talk about, bro.
The final word.
Yeah. Lots to talk about.
Yeah, my boy Dan Quinn said, gritty but not pretty.
Yeah, definitely not
The
that. But
gritty
sometimes you
ones,
gotta have those.
Yeah, them gritty ones, best one.
Yeah, but Cowboys got to do better. In my opinion, they got to do better. They got to do better if they're trying to take what we ultimately want. They got to do better.
Yeah.
Objectively speaking, yep.
Yeah, they definitely got to do better. Gritty and not pretty. All right, so we 4-2 headed into the bye.
The final word.
And we need that bye.
How you feeling about it, Big?
The final word.
I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of cleaning up to do. I think we just got to do a lot of assessing. I mean, I feel like, we always beating those regular teams, but we need to have that grit against these tough teams. That's my problem. That's my problem. We have the toughness against these regular squads, but when it's time for us to really have the toughness, we don't have it, and I don't like that.
Yeah. How you feeling, Lau, headed into the bye?
Much needed, man. We still got some homework to do, and let's work. Let's not use this as vacation mode. For those who need treatment, go get treatment. But for the owners, the GMs, not time for them to sit back and sip on no Mai Tais or Kool-Aid or anything like that. They need to go out there and know that, hey, they need to get extra DB help. They need to bring in a running back or something like that to help alleviate some things. So, hey, no days off.
Or how about you give Rico Dowdell some real carries?
That too.
Because that definitely needs to happen. I'm tired of seeing his burst and him getting a good carry, and then he sits out the next 3 or 4 series. Man, let him get some burn, dog.
Is it load management? Because he is an injury prone guy, right?
He might be injury prone, but if we're doing load management, we're talking about 3 carries as load management. That's terrible.
Man, I heard he like paper mache though. You know what I'm saying? This is his first year. He been up with the team for 4 or 5 years now. So I don't know, man. I just feel like let's not be not willing to just leave no stone unturned though. You know what I'm saying?
Now I agree with that. Now like they're talking about Dalvin Cook. They're not using him properly. I'm definitely still up for something like that, especially if he's not getting the carries that he would like. I'm definitely open to looking at it. But as it stands right now, he's your number 2 back, and you're running Tony Pollard up in this middle more than necessary that you need. I already said that he's having a career low his breaking tackles, yards after contact. So you need a guy that can come in there and alleviate that. And it's like you're not doing that. And I don't think it's counterproductive to what you're trying to do in your run game, because the running game is suffering right now. Also, that line play is not good.
Let's go. The final word.
Well, let's go then. Let's start the show.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, man.
Here we go.
All right, so obviously we're in a bye week. We all excited about that. But I wanted to kind of start with something we kind of alluded to behind the scenes. Then I'm obviously start with you, Big. Micah Parsons. Cowboy star Micah Parsons message to naysayers after bounce back win over Chargers. So, yeah, and he said the win was good. Edge player Micah Parsons said it's good to always get back on track. That's our record. Prove the naysayers wrong. Yeah, but then he went further. He started defending that. Yeah. Yeah. So, what's y'all thoughts on Micah Parsons and him speaking up for his teammates, speaking up, and just being more vocal?
Well, I mean, that's all good. I mean, that's all good that you're supposed to stick up for your QB. I would expect him to do that. But, you know, that Niners, I'm sorry, this is the Chargers. The Niners, there was just a lot of stuff I didn't like in that Chargers game. You know, you're taking your pictures with your Christian McCaffrey after blowout stompings. When they were asking him questions about, you know, what does he feel about the defensive line, he was saying that, well, hey, I don't know, bro. You know, I'm coming off the edge. I'm coming off the edge. You know, I don't know what's going on in that middle. I'm coming off the edge. I would have liked to have more of the. See, it's all good when you're winning, right? See, you can say all those things. Your chest can be all out when you're winning, right? But when you're losing or you get smacked, I want to see that leadership then. Okay, I don't want to see the leadership when you just beat the Chargers. They ain't that great of a team. Okay, and you barely beat them. And now you saying, okay, we proving the naysayers wrong. You didn't prove anything really wrong because the Chargers ain't that good of a team, in my opinion. My thing was when you had a chance to prove the naysayers wrong against the Niners or a tough team like that, you got smacked down. And I didn't hear that type of leadership then. When you're winning, now I hear your chest out and saying all these things. I don't like that, in my opinion.
Well, old folks said what's good for the goose, good for the gander. And what we're going to see here is when we win, we all going to love it. But when we lose, we all going to hate it. We're going to despise it, and then we're going to sully it. And that's just what it is. I don't like the ideal of Micah Parsons speaking for a podcast. I don't mind him speaking to reporters for like 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. But when you go an hour or such, it leaves a lot of room for ambiguity, and it leaves a lot of room for a whole bunch of other things. And we all know that we already got a bullet, what is it called, a target on our back, right? Bullseye. So we got bullseye. So we got all of that. So you just added more into it. Now, granted, new age, hey, it may be the flavor, it may be the thing. But, you know, that's why we are seeing more and more of these type of things out there, you know, of these pre-fights, these threats, and these empty promises in the players community and things of that nature. Overall, I love the win. We got the win, but I don't like the overall concept of let social media content creators do the content creator. You know, you got all your life after. For real, man, you got all his life.
I'm liking it.
I agree. I agree.
After his career is over with, or on the back end of his career, then he could do all that talking. But right now, man, just put the sand in your pockets, man. Gain the sand is gonna be in your pockets, man. That's all I'm saying.
Because I mean, I feel like let me just get this out one last time, boss. I just feel like you just like Law said, there's already a bullet.
Bullseye. I said I want to say the same thing. Yeah, bullseye. Yeah.
Yo, bullseye already on our chest. Same thing, right? But it's just like I said, you're creating unnecessary things because every little word you do is going to be critiqued. Every little thing you say is going to be critiqued. And it's just like I said, you're going to be held to everything. So you out there talking in the media, this and that. I mean, what does it really mean? You feel what I'm saying? No one. I don't really care. I wanted to see you play football and handle it on the field, because all the talk you do, and if you don't do it on the field the next week, people gonna keep coming at you like, shut up.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. So you're gonna have to understand the troll aspect of it. And I get it. Right now, I'm gauging, I'm seeing the comments. Some people are all in for it, right? You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you wasn't all in for it last week. You wasn't. Don't lie to kicking now. Now we ain't gonna let y'all lie to kicking. You say, yeah, man, I like what he said against the 49ers, man. I like that. Nah, man. So we got more games like that down the stretch. And it's just one of those things. So when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. That's just what it is. So when you have a star player like my guy Micah Parsons, there are things and qualities that you like of him on the field, but then there are going to be things and qualities that you just not going to like off the field. You know, people admire Michael Jordan. They love what Michael Jordan was able to do, but they didn't like the gambling side of Michael Jordan. And for some, they didn't like the baseball side of Michael Jordan. They said, hey, man, just play ball, man. Sure, we don't need to see you playing no baseball. You ain't good at that. And somebody had to tell him.
I agree with everything y'all saying. Everything. Cause it's a different type of bullseye and focus on the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. See, people like to say Draymond Green, he started the phenomenon of athletes currently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you're in Dallas, you know? It's a different type. What that button you got over there say? It's a cold world.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
It is.
And hey, though, boss, I want to tell you, I like how you brought up Draymond Green, because guess what? All
it's
that talking he
world
did, and them,
that's the button.
And them Golden State Warriors got handed to him. You know what I'm saying? They weren't the Golden State Warriors of last year, right? But he got that podcast doing all that talking, and now you ain't the same Golden State Warriors. It takes away from the team, no matter what people say. No matter what people say, Law and Boss, in my opinion, it puts a bullseye, and it takes away element. It takes away the element of playing, in my opinion. It just does, because I think you do lose focus. I think you do. Now here, the Travis Kelce and those guys, whatever. I still feel like it does take away focus from what you're trying to do, especially if you're trying to create a goal. And I don't know. I'm old school. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm old. I'll just keep it real. I'm old school.
Travis Kelce and the other Kelce, I forgot his name, for the Eagles. They on the back end of their nine. You know what I'm saying? They ain't on the front end. And people got to understand that too. They done lifted up a Lombardi trophy. And it's two brothers talking, you know. And I know it's Micah Parsons fielding questions and answering it from the reports, Bleacher Reports and things like that. But those two brothers talking, and they doing it in a different way, per se. You see what I'm saying? But I get it. If people want Parsons to talk, let him talk. But I'm just calling out the things that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Now, he don't have to do it because I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's just like pistachio ice cream. You know, some people gonna like it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But some people like it.
It's only one thing I like about it. It's just one.
Good. The heat has made you powerful. Now, fulfill your destiny. and take your father's place at my side.
That's the only thing I like about it. It's a, hey, go ahead, Law. I'm gonna tell you, man.
Your father.
The only thing I like about it is that I'm starting to see a little bit of evil coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really do believe that's what he needs to embrace. Like that clip said, join your father. See, it's one thing about. I'm serious, bro. I'm gonna play it again, bro.
Your hate has made you powerful.
I love that.
Fulfill
hate.
your destiny and take your father's place at my side.
Man, embrace that villain. That's the one thing I like. That's the one thing I like, man, is any kind of any kind of embracing of the enemy, bro. Because I really, I swear to God, I really believe that you play better when you play with hate.
We do play better when it's with hate. We do play better when it's hate. Parsons versus the media and pointing out protecting his quarterback. So those are things that I would say, hey, let's work with that. Let's roll with that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. You know?
That's the part I like.
Hey, this all improv, by the way. Somebody like, hey, man.
No, this is improv. Like, I didn't know Law was going to do that. Law didn't know I was going to do that. Yeah. But no, real talk. Like, that's one thing that I do like. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see him embrace that. Because I think that's what's going to turn him to the GOAT level. Because I'm going to keep saying it until he hear it. The GOATs all had that one thing in common. And you are chasing GOAT, Micah. I know what you chasing. I see what you try to compare yourself to. Black Mamba. You know what I mean? Like when you talking about those types with that type of ability that you have, you got to really hate the opponent, bro.
Yeah.
You got to hate him. And I like the fact that he spoke out against them people coming at Dak, because that was a level of hate that I see rising. And I want to see him accept that role so that you can become even greater like Lawrence Taylor. What's your thoughts on that, Big?
I totally agree with that part of it, but have that hate in that San Francisco. I want to hear that same hate. I mean, I heard you say, okay, laugh now, cry later, but dog, you didn't know that before that? I don't care how much of a friend he was with you. Right. I don't care how much of a friend you are with Kittles. You should know that if you should know about that Niners Cowboys, dog. You should know about that. So going in, it shouldn't have been, oh, Kittles is saying F Dallas, we friends. No, motherfucker. Y'all ain't friends on that daggone field. Y'all not friends on that field. I had friends when I played, best friends, but when I played against them, I hated them.
Right.
I like Boss said, I hated them. When I played against them,
hated them.
I went against them harder than anybody else.
Harder.
They made me sick. I want to disrespect them on the field and let them know I'm better than you.
Facts.
After the game, we're gonna be cool as hell, but I'm better than you, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm better than you. Yeah, and now let's keep it real, boss. Some of my best friends, we didn't even talk for a little bit after the game, especially if it was super heated and I beat you and you beat me and you was talking to me afterwards. I might want to fight you for a little bit.
For real.
We might fight. We might not talk for maybe a week. But we're going to eventually be boys again. Yeah. But no, I'm not your friend and I can't stand you. And I want that hate that you just had this week against them guys like the Niners and them. Have that hate all the time then.
All the time. All the time.
That role as a villain got to stay the villain. Somebody asked, was that the reason why they fought on the sideline? Well, it could have been the reason why they was just more chippy, right? they hear how people say that they are soft and things
Yep.
like that. So these players read, man. These players watch. These players are tuning in to social media and beyond. So that is a good thing, right? That is a good thing. But like I said, when it rains, it also pours, and then when the sun is out, it also dries up all of that. So let's see if we can keep things going in the right direction. So, hey, Parsons gonna be Parsons. Right now, he's uncontrollable. He made a play out there on the field, and it counted the most because people was putting an APB alert out for him, right? And I was telling them, like, hey, don't keep lining Parsons up on Slater's side, you know? But where he got that sack from, can y'all help me out in the chat? Or y'all let me know.
He got it from their right side. And it wasn't, and Slater wasn't on that side because he's left tackle, ain't he?
Yeah.
Isn't Slater left tackle or is he right tackle?
No, he left side, you know.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I mean, he shot
Got
through
it from that
there.
right
He made the play when it counted the most. And that's the same with Gilly. So when we look over everything, this team, we got playmakers, right? They just got to continue to make plays. And if sometimes you're going to have to win a close game like what we did last night, but also we got to understand that we can't be satisfied. Can't be satisfied.
Yeah. And there was one thing I wanted to talk about too, man. The double standard that's clear right now, that's happening, right? It's a couple of things. First, it was clear that Dak Prescott clearly outballed Justin Herbert. It was clear.
Yeah.
For the second time in a row. Ain't nobody questioning his money. Because see, Herbert making $52 million on average. Did he look like it? Nope. Did he look like it on a Monday night game? Who looked like a Monday night quarterback? I know
that
Dak.
Was all Dak.
Yeah, see, I got something to say about that. See, because I saw a lot of casual football fans, even Cowboy fans, consistently rank Justin over Dak. Even though Justin does not have the skins on the wall that Dak does.
Talk to him.
So, like, what we doing, Cowboy Nation? I do agree that Justin got a bigger arm. I do believe that he has most of the prototypes, but it's more than arm strength, height. It's more than that. It's also decision making, toughness, bravery. How Dak was avoiding them sacks and creating second chance. You did not see that out of the $52 million quarterback.
Can I say something on that though?
Absolutely.
I totally agree with everything you're saying, but I will say that I don't think that head coach is the right coach for him. I will say that. I think that coach is whack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do think that coach is whack. And we all do know coaches make a difference. And I can definitely say that is true because I watched Jared Goff.
Right.
Because when Jared Goff had Jeff Fisher, he was trash, right? They was like, that was the worst number one pick. You should have never did that. Then when he got with McVay, they went to a Super Bowl with him, right? McVay said, I don't know if you can keep taking me to that level. We'll get you over here. Dan Campbell is a very good coach. And look what he's doing with Jared Goff. So I feel like coaching does matter, but I'm not backing off anything you're saying with that, boss, about who outplayed who. And I feel this about Justin Herbert. I agree with everything what we're saying, boss. As far as the measurables, we saw when we saw him coming out. We did the Senior Bowl, boss. You remember? And it was Justin Herbert, and we said this kid is going to be a dog. We both said he was going to be a dog because he had all the measurables, the size, the strength, everything. But as you said, you got to be able to have that grit and that true leadership, and that's what he doesn't have over Dak. And I feel like people keep looking at those physical abilities and say that's why he's better than Dak. I think that's the only reason why people say that's why, because those physical attributes. And so they keep on thinking because he has those physical attributes, he's naturally going to be a winner.
Yeah.
But we've seen time and time again in the NFL, players who have that natural ability doesn't consist you being a winner. We've seen tons of Jeff George. Remember him?
Yeah.
Everybody loved Jeff George. He had the talent out of this world, but he didn't have the winning trait. Thus, he was a journeyman quarterback.
No doubt, man. And you know, I get it. Most people want the quarterback to be gone because of the 8 years and we haven't lifted up a Lombardi trophy. And nobody put contextualizations to the fact that we did have Jason Garrett. And just like you said, Big, that, you know, coaching plays a role. And you don't like the coach for the Chargers, right? And the Chargers been loaded. It's not like the Chargers been walking out there without a Keenan Allen, without a Mike Williams, although he's not here this year.
No, they've been loaded.
Running backs that they had, you know,
they loaded now.
They loaded now. So, but people will give them grace and mercy because they're not the Cowboys, because they are not, you know, on the TVs and you can get those clicks or what have you. So they just pass them by like they this team that's trash or something. No, they got talent. They have the talent equivalency almost of Miami. But you saw what Miami did. They got a coach over there. Tua's looking good. Why? Coaching. Coaching matters. System matters. So I'm quite sure Herb over there in Miami land will light it up just like what Tua is doing. But for right now, we got to take things as face value. They painted this young kid as elite, and I'm still looking for elite receipts. I'm still looking for them, boss. That $52 million, close to $53, $54 million that he's getting, I'm not hearing the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder network talking about his money. How many playoff wins do he have? You know, what's his overall record? I heard that those things were things that you had to measure. What year is this for him? Is this his 4th season?
No, you ain't hearing a peep. It's not a peep.
You ain't hearing a peep. You know, because that's what I heard from day one from Rain Dakota Prescott. Day one, y'all was talking and trashing that guy. I got receipts. 2017, y'all was talking and making all type of crazy things that, hey, he can't get it done. And then in 2018, I'm quite sure I looked down at the resume, he did win us a playoff game. That's his 3rd season. So if y'all want to hang a measure to anyone, and I'm not talking to y'all two, but I'm talking to the Cowboys community and those who can't stand our quarterback over here. How come he was able to win a playoff game in his 3rd season and he was drafted in the 4th round, whereas this dude, he was a 1st-round draft pick. He can't fight himself out of a wet paper bag.
Nope.
He missed Keenan Allen. I need to hear them people saying, hey, he missed him by a mile. He was so wide open.
Man, he missed him 3 times.
He couldn't get that ball to him. With all of the arm talent, with all of the vision, the height. You know what I'm saying? The hair coming out of the helmet. You know, he's supposed to be that dude that can hit those plays right there, make those plays. What happened? Where's the trash and the ass and all of that? That quarterback, this and that. What happened to him? Where are they? I need to know.
Oh, man.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, man. So, listen, I got to be petty, bro. Listen, see, it's Tuesday. I usually do petty Mondays. My boy D.A. Lee said, this fan base would have preferred to lose just to say Kellen was vindicated. Oh, my God. But they won't recognize that Kellen had the ball at the 2-minute warning at the half. True. And right on cue, Kellen. He did. He gave us the ball back. He did. And he did it the Kellen way. Throwing it, didn't take no time off the clock. I was like, thank you, Kellen. Thank you. Thank you, Kellen. I'm used to you doing that when you was with us. Now you're doing it for us. Thank you. They said poor play calls led to a quick 3 and out. That's a fact. And we get the ball back with 1 minute left. And then I said, sadly, he right. It was Cowboy fans hoping for Kellen and Herbert over McCarthy and Dak, just to say, I told you so. Now they solid. Hold on, I gotta call names today. JR, where you at? Where's JR? I gotta call some names today. I'm petty as hell. JR,
call them out.
Where are you? Where is Dak Delusional fans? Where are you? Where are you guys? So I'm because I'm noticing a pattern. Y'all literally wait to the inevitable. Y'all wait for a quarterback to have a bad game, then y'all show up with your. I told you, Trey Lance is here to take Dak job. I told you. No, J.R., where you at today? See, this is the thing, and I'm gonna be honest. This is not right, because guess what? Law, big, right? The OC and many people. Guess what we gotta do when Dak play bad? We gotta sit in front of the camera and say, "Yeah, he played bad. He didn't play good.
Yeah.
This was a bad day by Dak." And we gotta own it, and we sit there, and own it. Though it's big, we own it. Though.
Oh, you know I do it because I got to do a show right after we lose.
Ooh, and we own it. We sit there like some men and say, "Yeah, that was bad. We can't get his back on this one." No, he was throwing the ball high. All of that, we own it. But then, JR, we gotta talk to you. We gotta talk to Dak. Dak Delusional. This dude profile name is Dak Delusional Fans.
Yeah.
I need you today, though, dog. See, I need you today. See, where you today? I need the told you so today.
Get him.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta be petty on some of y'all because you only show up when Dak has the eventual bad game. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Tom Brady had a bad game in the playoffs versus Green Bay. 3 interceptions. They just so happen to win. So guess what y'all suckers do? Y'all still suck up to him and call him GOAT like a suck up. You don't talk about his game. You don't talk about how Herbert missed all them wide open throws. You don't say a word. You just hate your own quarterback. What the hell is wrong with you?
Get him.
My boy, let's even George Boone say, "Can the real JR stand up?" I'm serious. Where is he? No, I want to know, where is he? No. I don't want to see you just after San Fran when we go against the best defense in the league. No, I don't want to see you just then, JR. I want to see you today too. I want to see you win ball. See, let's keep it real.
Hey, you on a roll, but I just want to add, and you keep going.
All right.
Because I got a dude named Drew. He's an Eagles fan. Always running that yip. I just want to call him out too, because I called him out on my show.
Where you at?
Because you got everything to say when them Eagles is playing. You never shut up. Like, you're in our best of enemies. You just rant. He's in my feeds now, just talking. When we lost, I have to go on the show with Joe on the Best of Enemies show, and I gotta eat it. And he's all up in the chat. But as soon as y'all lost, you fools lost. Where was you? Everybody was asking for you, Drew. Everybody was asking for you, Drew. And Drew, where are you? We've been asking for you. And I know you're gonna come back in there next week talking about you had vacation or you were sick or something happened to you. I had to take the kids out that day. We couldn't make it. Yeah. Y'all all be talking. We stand up and gotta deal with it, but y'all ain't never there. Get them, boss.
Man.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still the ball?
Hey, you check on the dog, Prescott.
I'm still the boss. Hey! Woo, boy, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still the boss.
Come on, y'all. Where they at?
Where you at?
Where they at?
Man, join the petty movement. It's a petty movement happening in the final word.
Hey, win, lose, or draw, we over here talking about our Cowboys, man. Y'all put still them boys in the chat, man. And we ain't gonna fold up like a wallet nor a lawn chair, because even when we breaking down the pitfalls of the player, they be yelling, "Oh man, he just an apologist, man. He just an apologist. He just protecting Dak." Even though we tell him, like, he can't throw the ball to the moon, can't use the ladder. The player got to use the damn ladder to climb the ladder to go catch the ball, right? We break those things down. And on top of that, here we go. We see other quarterbacks that have stinkers, and now it's silent night. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by the temptation. It's just crazy, man. It's flat out crazy, y'all. It's flat out crazy. Yeah. But we still them boys over here.
No, we still them boys. So this is the thing. I think people should own it. Cause see, if you show up when we lose, I think you show up when we win too, bro.
And celebrate.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out where they do that at.
Yeah.
Like where they do
that there.
Like what like so this is my message to all of the people that's like that. Cause it's a lot of people, I'm gonna just be honest. Y'all really be getting me, man. Well, y'all really kill me when y'all be on that Dak can't get it done. That we'll never win one. So this is what I need y'all to do. Especially people that say I'm sick of stats in the regular season. Won't you just watch but shut up? Yep. That's what you should do. You should see, because there are people like Law and Big, right? We actually active. We putting out ideas. We over here trying to really solve problems. But if you just saying it's over, you basically saying you quit. So since you quit, watch the game, but don't talk. Just shut up. Watch the YouTubes, hit the like button, hit the share button, but don't say nothing, because you add nothing. You add literally nothing with, and we don't like being around you. Like nobody wants to be around the people that only show up during the bad times. And I'm you know what else I'm sick of? Can I be real? I'm gonna be all the way real. I'm sick of these YouTubers that only fuss at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of people that the only time I see your videos is when we at our worst.
Yeah.
I'm sick of oh man, Dak suck and the Cowboys suck. We ain't gonna win. I'm tired of losing. Bruh, can you do some content, sister? Can you do some content on how to win? Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to get my petty out. I usually do that on Monday.
Hey, man, it's good, man.
Yeah, but today it came on Tuesday because it's some people they deserve
on a
that.
Tuesday.
It's some people they deserve that.
And I'll give you some measured stuff, man. Before we go into our other topics, someone said, "Well, let's just go ahead and extend him now." I'm with the belief right now. Dak still got to show it to me. You know what I'm saying? His gameplay out there on the field. I'm not willing for all of a sudden breaking news. The Cowboys then extended Dak Prescott for 5 years right now. I'm still look, just play this thing out. Y'all might be of the different opinions. I haven't heard it from you, Balls. I haven't heard it from you, Big Game James. But I'm with the opinion to let's see what happens down the stretch, and let's see if he can continue to do his thing. Now, granted, I'm quite sure that the Cowboys will not eat $60 million, though. You know, what's your thoughts on that?
They need to pay Dak
right now. Extend him now.
Right now. Like
see, me and my brother, we got two different opinions right here. So I'm supposed to hate you right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, no, I want Dak paid right now. See, because this is the thing.
Break it down.
Why, in my opinion, other teams do things to take the pressure off their quarterbacks, to let them play comfortable, feel like the team belong to them. What we do is we keep saying we don't really believe in you. You need to show us. Show us some more. Show us some more. Okay. Show us some more. Show us some more. We the only team that do our quarterback like that. And if you keep dripping on them mentally, don't be mad when they finally mentally break. You know what I mean? Like, look what they did to Purdy. They didn't keep that stiff competition around him. They didn't. True. They said, we're going to take Trey Lance. We're going to move him on. We don't want no quarterback controversies. We see that the fan base is split over this issue. Let's just kill it. Let's show the real number one quarterback that he's our future. And they sent Trey Lance on. What did we do? Okay. What did we do? The Cowboys said, oh, we want Trey Lance. And not only did they want Trey Lance, they insulted Dak the day they got Trey Lance. Because they was already talking about extending Trey Lance before he played even one snap. Now, you got Dak waiting to be extended. And you got Jerry saying he's getting ready to extend Trey Lance. And Trey Lance hasn't bled not one time for the Cowboys. Not one.
Now, if you pull up spotrac.com, and you will see his market value is 48.8, right? Boss, if you can pull that up. And then the highest paid quarterback right now is
Herbert.
No, the other kid from Bengals, Joe Burrow's 55, right?
Oh, Burrow got the 55. Okay.
He had 55. Right. So just if you can't process, pull it up. And I love to know what Big Game James' thoughts are, on this whole
extend now.
I've
already, for me, I'm gonna keep it real. They're not. I don't really want them to extend them right now because I feel like here's the thing. You just said it, boss. I told you they still don't believe in him all the way. You went and got Trey Lance as a piece for your. Why did they get Trey Lance, y'all? I mean, okay, are we talking real, right? Talking real? Why did they get Trey Lance?
They goofy as hell.
They got Trey
good.
Lance.
It's good for
football.
Yeah, but they didn't get him for football. They didn't get him for football. They got him for leverage.
But they got him for leverage, but they won. In this season, I keep hearing Jerry in the media. Oh, that's our guy. He's our guy.
Hold on, right quick, big game. Hey, click on Dak Prescott name right there, and you're gonna pull up market value to the right. Once you click on it, you see his name. Yeah, click on it. Market value gonna be to your far right. You gotta click on that little icon. Did it pull up? There it is. There it is. And that's based off of a 4-year contract. But go ahead, big game, James. I just wanted him to get right there.
All right, so you got Trey Lance, right? We say for leverage, okay?
Right.
You say you hear Jerry in the media all the way talking all the time about Dak this. Dak is our guy. Dak is this. I believe Dak can take us to a Super Bowl. I can believe Dak can do this. I believe Dak can do that. But you do.
Big.
Hello?
Big. You went out.
All I ask.
They hating us, man, because he about to spit something over there.
Hey, and I see us. Hey, Short the Banks, I got your super chat. We got the super chat section coming up. We gonna take your super chats in just a second. So everybody that's sending in the super chats, we see it coming. We gonna take it at the end. That way we can stay in our flow. And Big on his way back, Mike just went out. He coming right back. Right. I think he going in and out, so you can see he froze. See.
Yeah, he froze right now. But boss, if you look at that, I like the way Spot Rack do it because they take the average sum based off of stats and age, and they compare it to the rest of the people who just got paid, and they of course they extrapolate that numbers by the years of the contract. So 48.4 is a base. I always look at it because no one get paid right at the market value or below it. They always somehow due to their calculation is always north of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's high.
And the Cowboys typically they don't do 4-year contracts, even though they made some you know what I'm saying, some adjustments for Dak Prescott because it was just a 4-year deal, right? His last contract.
Yeah.
So,
and they had some voidable years on it, so that they can have some flexibility.
Yeah.
Now the issue, Big, I think we got Big back. Big, are you back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
yeah.
All right, let me just get this out right quick because I know y'all was talking. But my thing is always this. If they love Dak so much and Jerry says all this and that about Dak, but you go out and get a Trey Lance, you go out and you talking about extending him. Did you hear Stephen Jones when they were talking about how they were preparing Trey Lance and how he was practicing, and they were like, well, what's your thoughts on Trey Lance? And he was like, well, we're going to look at that. That's going to evolve into its own as far as Trey Lance being a quarterback here. He said that's going to evolve into its own. You get what I'm saying, dog? So how do I think that they're going to extend him? They use this year, boss, as let's see if you can do it year. This is let's see if you can do it year. We're going to get you all the pieces. We're going to remove Kellen Moore.
To see if who can do it. Dak can do it.
Yes.
I don't think they had a full. I don't think they had a full trust, man.
That's why they didn't extend him. This is an all-in year for Dallas, in my opinion. From the front office, we're going to give you a receiver. We're going to give you a corner. We're going to give you. We're going to take away this. We're going to add that, and let's see this whole year. That's why we ain't extending you. And if it fails, we got Trey Lance now, and he's younger, and now we can start to thinking we got one more year with you, and let's start prepping this kid Trey Lance for the future because our team is still relatively young. That's why they made that trade, in my opinion, because the team is still relatively young. Let's make the trade for him now. We don't have to go and use a first or top pick to go get a quarterback, and now this could be our possible quarterback in the future. And if you don't do it this year, Dak, or we fail, now we finally got a backup plan because Cooper Rush ain't the guy.
And they goofy.
And that's what I feel.
Goofy as hell. Because, see, this is the worst thing. They've done this before. They played this game before. You know who they did it with? The Red Rifle.
Yep. Andy Dalton.
They tried it. And he had Amari, he had CeeDee Lamb, he had all the weapons, and he didn't do
diddly. We're banging on the table for Gilbert. You know what I'm saying?
And they kept running their own price up. They doing it again. It's just goofy. Yes, they should extend Dak now. Cause see, if they would have did it last year, it wouldn't have been north of 55 million. It's gonna be north of 55 million. It's gonna be, and let Dak keep playing. Let Dak keep playing like he played yesterday. Man, you gonna have to pay Dak 56, 57, 58 million dollars. See, cause I know. Go ahead, Law.
I agree. I think we both, me and Big Game James, I meant to say, we both agree with you, but we said what the Cowboys gonna do. Yeah. We're not saying what we would do.
Yeah,
because
what
I would do.
I think they go way too.
You was
like
out there.
Dummies.
You was out there at practice. We was out there at camp. Ain't no way we look around. We seeing the Gallup outperform Tolbert. You see what I'm saying? Tolbert's supposed to be out there, man. You know, and not on. Well, he kind of laid the egg on their special teams play, but Tolbert's supposed to be out there. But the guy that's out there is the guy that got paid for right now, and they either try to look at it and seeing if they can squeeze all that they can out of him before they move on, or they just they totally trust MG13, and there's no shade at MG13. But what they're doing now is they squeezing everything that they can out of Dak Prescott, and when that contract is up. If he don't go on this little tear, you know what I'm saying, this little run, I don't know how cocky CAA Todd France are, you know what I'm saying, because Dak said he don't negotiate once the season is going on. It could be that at play too. So the Cowboys play Russian roulette, but I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all thought that, you know, it was little sparkles of like Cooper Rush had any crazy threat to Dak Prescott last year because he was playing so well, that Trey Lance got an arm, and he's going to look good at training camp next year when there's no pressure and him just throwing the ball around. He's going to look good, bro. He ain't going to look like, you know, strapped.
No, he going to look like a first rounder.
He going to look good, yeah, out there.
So I want to get into something that's bothering me. Law, can you look up the targets on Gallup for the year?
For the year, I can do that for the year.
Good Lord.
I know
he was.
I know last game
yesterday.
he had 10 targets.
10 targets, 3 catches.
I want to see his total targets compared to CeeDee Lamb. I'm trying to see something.
What website I was using, but I'm gonna look up StatMuse and then see.
Yeah, I need to get that. Yeah, because I'm trying to see something. Because, you know, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I ain't gonna never lie to people that's listening to me. Man, this is looking real bad again in terms of the politics of the Dallas Cowboys. It's like this is not universal because I felt like Curse broke through. Jerron Curse. I think he broke through as a outside free agent. I think he has. But it's to me too many patterns of the Dallas Cowboys being stubborn on trying to force their draft guys.
He got 32 targets this season,
32.
18 receptions.
And how many CeeDee Lamb have total?
CeeDee has 42 targets and 34 receptions.
Okay, so he got 10 more.
By quick math, that's a whole better ratio.
Right. Yeah, so it just like, cause I'm, you know, cause we all knew, let's be honest. Didn't y'all know even when they signed Brandon Cooks that Gallup was gonna be the number 3? We all knew that. We all said Brandon Cooks is the number 2. We all knew it. And then the few times you target him, he was 4-4, and you saw the explosion when they went at him. You could see it. What's going on? Because it has a smell to it. You know, it has that smell of what happened to Amari, what happened to Dez, to where when it was time to get paid, you start seeing the targets go down for Amari. We all saw it, where he had at the end of the year the exact same amount of targets as, sadly, even Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz and Amari Cooper literally had the same amount of targets. And it looked like we seeing the same thing playing out.
Let me give you some more advanced analytics to this, bro.
Please.
You might get mad at this one.
Uh-oh.
All right, so with that being said, with CeeDee Lamb, passer rating when targeted is 121.7.
Oh my God.
Passer rated when targeting Michael Gallup is 62.4.
Hold on. Let me do the. Hold on real quick.
By sure math, man, even just by math, man, I'm just going to target a guy that's going to give me a high passer rating. You know what I'm saying?
You're getting a higher return on your investment. That's
right.
Okay, what was Michael Gallup?
His passer rating when targeted.
He's 62.4.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm putting this
We
up.
ain't beating Michael Gallup up, by the way, y'all. We just point out the obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. 62.4 when targeted.
When targeted.
And CeeDee Lamb was what?
121.7.
What's
you want to know even more? All right, so yards after catch for my guy Gallup is 4.8.
Oh my God.
Yards per reception is 11.3. And for CeeDee Lamb, yards after catch is 5.1. And yards per catch is 14 yards. So he averaging 14 yards.
So yeah, that does make it worse, Law. Thank you.
Yeah, it make it worse. Yeah, those numbers there.
That makes it like, so what we doing? Like, in what game does it make sense? And Coach Marv was saying this too. Just thinking about it, why are we running a bunch of fade routes with Michael Gallup? Like he the one with the speed? Like, so who was the guy we kept hearing about was so fast at training? Who you could just see the speed? Who he's so fast? Well, why are we not throwing him post routes? Why are we not throwing him? What is going on?
Yeah, let me pull up Brandon.
Is that okay? I hear what you're saying. I totally hear you, because they're doing these deep outs for Michael Gallup, and he's not that guy anymore with that speed. His athletic ability is not what it used to be. And I've noticed cornerbacks get very physical with him at the line of scrimmage, so they must know something too about him, because I see that all the time. People are getting very physical with him at the point of attack and the line of scrimmage. So I totally feel what you're saying, but isn't that indicative on a Mike McCarthy though?
Yes.
I mean, he's the one that's doing this, and also, I mean, you said that, but this is what I'm frustrated with the Mike McCarthy with those type of things. And then what I was telling you, Law, I know what you're saying about Rico Dowdell being brittle guy, but daggone, how many times are we going to run Tony Pollard up the middle on first and second down? Like, why does he keep doing that? You have another guy out here that can give you a break, and when he's in there though, Law, boss, I see explosion.
You see
I see explosion. I see juice. I see explosion. Every time he gets the ball, I see explosion, and he does not pity patter at the line of scrimmage like Tony Pollard does. Tony Pollard's starting to pity patter at the line of scrimmage, trying to find a hole instead of just hitting that hole. When I see Rico Dowdell, he gets it, he sees it, he hits it. So why do we consider consistently running this ball with a Tony Pollard, and he doesn't have that physicality that a Dowdell? We keep on talking about, well, when we get in the red zone, why are you putting in Tony Pollard in the red zone? And why are you running him up the middle when it's 1st and 10 or first and goal, you run him up the middle. We are terrible with doing that, and Mike McCarthy consistently keeps doing that. Why don't you get creative and use a Hunter Luepke or use the Rico Dowdell? You keep doing that. That's my frustration. If you brought it out of me, if we're talking about the Mike McCarthy, it came out of nowhere because you brought it out of me. So that's frustration on my part too, that you're not using Cooks on deep passes and you keep using Tony Pollard right there. You're not using your weapons. Why is Jake Ferguson getting one catch in a game like that when you can really work him? You feel me? I'm trying to figure out why you're not using your total package of players when you need them.
And see, people keep saying this. My boy Ricky Bobby said, "Boss, do you think they were showing him for a trade during the bye week?" No.
That's what I was saying. I was saying that they were trying to spotlight him.
See if
they get that trade value.
I think it's a good idea, and I think y'all think it with common sense, but I don't think that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would make sense if this was a pure football organization. But we not. Will McClay said himself, if we pick them, we have to play them.
Yeah.
That's an edict from on high.
My brother said the same thing for his 49ers. You know, one year they went and got Mohamed Sanu, and he was the guy that they got paid, you know what I'm saying, to go over to their organization. But they had a guy that was like a fourth, fifth string guy named Jawan Jennings, you know, and he outperformed Mohamed Sanu. Although Sanu got paid, they was like, hey, you know, this kid is eating, you know, so they went with that. Sanu was mad and angry and upset, but he got pretty much to the burners, and that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be, because when Tolbert is out there, he got 9 targets, 7 receptions for over 70 yards, and passer rated when target is right at 99. So he can find the areas in the soft zone. He can high point the ball and pull it out of the sky. And he's your sub 4-4 guy without a injury that we have to worry about. But the Cowboys are going to look at that money and say, well, hey man, we got to give the guy a chance, the guy that got paid, you know.
But wouldn't you say, Law,
featuring him?
Wouldn't you say that's also the reason we get slapped?
Yeah, that's the reason we get slapped. Yes, indeed.
Let's keep it real now. Because when we going against San Fran, we going against all their best. All their best. See, when you go against Dallas, you going against Micah, your best. You going against CeeDee Lamb, your best. But you're going against Gallup. He not your best. Your best should have really been Amari Cooper. That's who we really should. That's, you see what I'm saying? See, you're not really going against the best with Dallas. It's a mix of the best with some favorites, some Suns, some LVEs, some Anthony Browns. It's some people that snuck in the politics. I think to get over that hump, we gonna need some Philly luck. We need to play the Giants first, then we need to play San Fran, and a quarterback got to get injured where they had we need that type of luck to go to the Super Bowl.
No, you know how we gonna ever get to the Super Bowl? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I made a video about it, but I didn't release it. But I'm just going to say it again. I made the video in 2018, and this is just me, y'all. And I know people gonna get mad and say low hanging fruit. But what you just said, boss, I feel what you're saying. We gonna win something with Jerry though. Let's be honest.
Not with these games. Nope.
Let me just from my opinion, from right here. Where have you seen in the history of football a man who comes in as a renegade like he did, win them Super Bowls like he did? He won 3 championships, right? Three Super Bowls, took the thing by storm. We saw what happened with the Jimmy Johnson thing. I think that's still a part of it. But ever since then, you've been chasing the ghost. Now, Kobe Bryant, when Shaq left, he said, I want a championship without Shaq because I want everybody to know I can win without you. Right? Kobe was fiercely about that. And guess what? Kobe was losing for a while, wasn't he? Kobe almost wanted to get traded because the team was sucking and all that. What did Kobe do? He had to, you know what? I got to change a little bit. I got to start being more of a teammate. I got to start trusting my players more. I got to start trusting my guys I have with me more. And once Kobe started doing that, they started getting that talent. He started backing off. And then guess what? I sure did. And guess what?
Yep.
He started winning. He won a championship. Where are we going to win? Where have you seen the history of a man win all them championships, go a 28-year run of no championship, and then he wins another one? Where you seen that in history?
Hey,
I'm gonna say this too, man. See, you know,
We gonna win something with him in the way, boss. And do you really believe with Jerry Jones as our owner, we are going to go to another Super Bowl with Jerry Jones as our owner?
We
really believe that?
We could if Jerry gets out his own way.
He's never gonna do that, though.
Yeah. So that means we not. See, because the problem is, we gonna have to get extremely lucky, right? Because
That's
see,
the
I feel
only
like
way.
I
Or
feel
the
like
football gods.
And I'm just being real, bro. Cause we was all mad at Scott Linehan when we a receiver by committee. Then we was all mad at Kelly Moore when we saw them sign Gallup over Amari. We was all mad at. Now we might wait. Now we mad at Mike for over targeting Gallup. Wait. It's only one crew that's the same crew on forcing these targets. And we starting to wake up on it. That's a special case. Jerry dictates who get the ball. See, that's the same thing
he
Cole
did,
Beasley said.
I thought you were gonna play that sound bite when CeeDee Lamb was frustrated about the attempts and targets or what have you. And then Jerry, he spoke out and said, I hope that we spread the ball all around.
Sure did.
You see,
Sure did.
He said that. So our biggest
with
improvement
these tight
in this
numbers,
game,
you want to spread the ball. That don't make sense.
Spread that ball around. But you know our biggest improvement in this game was not even trying to throw the ball to Luke Schoonmaker and putting them out there. He got 5 targets with 1 catch. You know what I'm saying? Schoonmaker has been an issue for us when we tried to get him involved because he was a second-round draft pick. Now, what if I told you Jake Ferguson got 28 targets, 21 attempts, right? 28 targets, 21 receptions, and when targeting him, he's 104. You see?
Yeah.
So the Cowboys, sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot by trying to look pretty. Bump all of that.
It's forcing philosophies. It's forcing philosophies. Let's just say what it is. We're forcing a damn philosophy. This is country club running the football team. This is to say, I was right. This is what they want to do. Hey, Bill, I see how you guys team build over there. You guys are very aggressive. See, us Cowboys, we build through the draft. That's what we do. We give our guys a chance and we develop those guys. And that's our way of going to the Super Bowl. Maybe you should be like us, Kraft. See, this is country club bull. That's what this is, man. Because no. Because when you really trying to win a championship, you'll do it just like Lau said they did with San Fran and Sanu. They also did Nelson like that. The cornerback. What was his name? Lau, you know what I'm talking about.
Travarius Ward? No, he started.
No. They picked up the cornerback that was for the used to play with Cam.
Richard Sherman?
Nah. Man, whatever. Man, I can't
bench Richard Sherman.
But basically, all I'm saying is this. That's putting a whole lot of pressure on Will McClay.
Norman?
Yeah, Josh Norman. It was Josh Norman.
Yeah. They benched him.
See what they doing? They putting a whole lot of pressure on Will McClay. That's all it is. So what they do is they'll say, we like LV. We want you to give him a chance. So then everybody who want their job security, they bend to that. And all of us with common sense saying, bro, LVE is injury prone, bro. He's likely gonna get hurt. Like, I put it in my book. I said it in the off season it was gonna likely happen. How somebody gonna have a injury trajectory higher than Sean Lee, but you bet on them to be your leader? Nah. You should bet on insurance. You should bet on we need insurance. This dude is trending higher than Sean Lee's injuries. But you know what they did? They cut Harper. They got rid of Cox. They got rid of all the competition except their favorite boy, LVE. And then now that he hurt, They go get a linebacker that's a true downhill thumper. You know
How
why?
we look this game, man, coming downhill, man.
We mess around and get better because of Will McClay. Because that's what they do. They keep going to Will McClay. Can you get us out of the mess that we put us in? We want a receiver by committee, so it didn't work. Will McClay, can you go find us? Oh, Amari Cooper. You see what I'm saying? Man, we can't stop the run. Can you go? Jonathan Hankins. Man, we tried to James Washington. Okay, T.Y. Hilton. It's always Will McClay is truly the blessing and the curse to the Cowboys. Because you know what he is? You know what he is? He is cologne that they trying to put on must. The politics and the boo-boo smell of politics, Will McClay skills is covering up the boo-boo.
Poopery. McClay.
All I asked.
Hey.
For the first time, I left my partner speechless. Man, I got to give myself a clap. I got to clap it up for me. For the first time, my boss can say a word ever. What is going on? Hey, man, I got to clap it up for myself.
I mean, I agree with you. Like I've been saying, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like I made a video in 2018, right after we lost to the Titans, and I said we wasn't winning another Super Bowl under Jerry. Now, have I come? Here's the thing, and you know what it is that only stops me from not believing that, y'all?
Yeah. Love.
The unknown.
Yeah, yeah. That's real.
It ain't no love. It ain't got nothing to do with love.
The unknown.
It's the unknown.
That's true.
That's the only reason why I fight against it.
Yeah.
And that's just the God's
That's
honest
still
truth.
love, though, bro.
I guess it is, or for the love of the team, and because I love the team so much. But because I don't know the future, that's why I still hold out a little hope, because I don't know the future. But that deep, deep, deep feeling I have inside my heart says it ain't gonna happen no more, because as I said before, you don't see a guy who wins all these championships, right? Then go on a drought and then start winning them again, especially when you done a lot of dirt, Jerry, in 28 years. You done a lot of dirt, dog. Let's keep it real. And I'm not trying to bring up dirty line, but you done a lot of dirt in 28 years, bro. He has. And for us to sit there and think that there's not going to be paying a price for that, how do we know the price is that you're always going to have talented teams, you're always going to win some games, but something's always going to happen? And to me, that's what it always feels like with the Cowboys. Something always happens. And I'm like, why does this always just happen with us, it seems like? And I feel like there's a reason for that. And I know people say, oh, stop blaming this. He don't play. He don't do this. But he hires the people.
Yep.
He pays these people.
Yep.
And he has the influence.
Yep.
Because he's the owner, the general manager, and the president. And we have interviewed tons of Cowboys players, and I have talked to Cowboys players where he is heavily involved. And that's why he wanted to have all those roles, so he can have his finger in every single little thing.
Yeah. And see, they asked, did Big spit out the Kool-Aid? He said yes.
Yeah, I spit it out. I sure did, and I made a video about it. I'm not running away from it. And if you want to ask me, I'll tell you why I spit it out.
Why did you spit it out?
I didn't spit it out. I didn't spit it out. Let me take that back. I didn't spit it out because I told people I put it back in the refrigerator. That's what I did. I didn't spit it out. I put it back in the refrigerator, y'all. So this is why I put it back in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Because when I seen, and Boss made a caption after we lost to the Cardinals, he made the Kool-Aid caption, and I was like, yeah, I'm still with it, because I was like, I don't like that loss against the Cardinals because of too many things I've seen before. But that Niners game, if we was more competitive, it'd have been different. But when I seen that Niners game, the way it was done, I'm like, you know what? I got to pause, because When I drink Kool-Aid is because I can trust the team.
Right.
When I seen that, I can't trust y'all. I'm sorry. So I got to put the Kool-Aid back in the refrigerator because I can't trust y'all. Y'all had an opportunity for y'all to show me some trust I can have in this team that it's not going to do the same thing when it comes against dogs. And what happened? You came against a dog and got smacked in the mouth. And people want to say, oh, well, look, the Niners just lost to the Browns and this and that.
No.
The Browns ain't a terrible team, dog. The Browns ain't no bad team. That defense, they ain't no bad team. And keep it real, they missed a 41-yard field goal. That's kind of a chip shot for field goal kickers. If he made that field goal, they won. Okay? So I don't want to hear that as the excuse of, oh, well, they just lost this team. No, we got smacked in the mouth.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different when you get smacked.
Guess what? If we were competitive, yeah, I'd have said, okay, yeah, we were competitive. We got smacked in the mouth.
It's different.
Yeah, we got beat down. So what are some of the solutions for this bye week and heading into the LA Rams week now instead of the Chargers? What we need to do, man?
I would say keep the pressure up. Number one. You know, we got to continue to have these conversations because it's not too many people that got the courage to say what we saying. Because, see, the Dallas Cowboys is a palace. It's a place that everybody want to be, right? It would be a dream job for most people, right? On any capacity as a Cowboys fan. So, it's obvious even from Kellen Moore versus Mike McCarthy that you really can't trust most of the media because they sucking up. Notice how they asked Mike McCarthy about the identity of his offense. Did they ever ask Kellen Moore about the identity of his offense? No.
Nope.
Because they knew who had the power. They knew who had the influence. So they was sucking up to Jerry by sucking up to Kellen Moore.
Yeah, they were. I saw that.
So we got to keep. So as a solution, we got to keep the pressure up. That's number one. Number two, I think we got to keep being aggressive about ideas. You know, I think everybody should be involved with this too. Everybody that's on Big Game James channel, everybody that's on Law channel, everybody that's on my channel. It's not enough to listen. It's not enough to listen to content. We got to get our likes on. We got to get our look. We got 308 people, 161 likes.
Shame.
Like, come on. Like, so where else are you getting this level of truth? Where else are they talking about politics to this level? Where?
Shame.
Tell me a place. Tell me a place where they're aggressively talking about the real things that's keeping us from a championship. Where in the world would you ever see the man say, I put my Kool-Aid back in the refrigerator because they didn't give me the reasons to trust them? Just raw honesty. You're not getting it nowhere else. So if we go do something against the Rams, we got to be. And for this season, I think we got to stay aggressive about calling out the dysfunctional things. Because, see, the things that we can change, we really can change. See, Jerry and Steven and whoever else involved, they can decide tomorrow, culturally, we're not going to favor our draft picks over everybody else. We're going to be just like San Fran, where we're going to let the grass decide who the best guy is. So if you're Mr. Irrelevant, but you balling versus a top 5 pick that we gave away the world for, we go still go with Mr. Irrelevant because he was just better. Y'all can make y'all mind up to do that tomorrow. But as long as Will McClay is speaking the language of Stephen Jones, which is saying, if we pick them, we got to play them, well, we're in trouble. And we got to continue to talk about it. But then, you know, again, let's stay on the solutions. We're going to be positive, but we got to talk about it.
No doubt. Before we went live, we was going to head into this conversation about Mike McCarthy. I want you to express your thoughts on Mike McCarthy, both of y'all. Are y'all 10 toes down on that, or are you guys ready to jump ship with Mike McCarthy and his philosophy and his play calling, etc.? Talk to me, man, about that.
Well, if you're asking me first, I'm still cool with McCarthy. I ain't gonna lie, I was frustrated with him. I'm frustrated with him, but you know, me and with Boss talking to me about the top, I wonder who has the influence with that, because I need to see other players. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're trying to be the best, you took over this play calling, then get your best players in there. And that's where I wonder who has the influence. But I'm still cool with McCarthy. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still cool with McCarthy. He has gotten on my nerves when I hear him say, oh, I should have did this or I should have did that. And I don't like when he gets conservative. That is bothering me, Law. That is bothering me. I don't like when he gets conservative. Like, you know, the 4th and 1s are cool, but you can see when he tightens up. You can almost see the game when he, and I don't like that. I can see how the tighten up. Y'all feel me?
Yes,
y'all see how the game is going, and I'm like, oh Lord, here
it's
he
like
goes.
He overthinks it. It's like he overthinks it.
It's like, yes, he's overthinking it. He's getting scared. Like, okay, I don't want to make this mistake, or no, I don't want to do this. So let's go do this. And I don't like that scariness about him, because I think that affects us against those really good teams. And that's what hurts us against those good teams. It's like he goes hard and reckless abandon where he feel like, I got you, Patriots, or I got you. But when I'm Niners, I don't know. No, I don't like that. And that's the only thing that's bothered me about him. You're getting scary in big games, and your team plays like that when you do that.
Man, that's so well said, Big. Man, y'all clap it up for Big. Matter of fact, I gotta hit your button for that shit. Man, hold on real quick.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big Game James.
Game changer.
Hey, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
The OC.
Hey,
you got me hitting all kind of buttons over here, bro.
Like OC jumping in there.
Okay, here he is.
All right, we only got 200 likes, 318 in the building. Come on, y'all. But anyway, now Big. All right, so I'm gonna start here first, and I'm gonna try to piggyback on some of the stuff you said, because you was cooking, boy.
Boy, he was.
Boy, you was cooking. Now, I also know this. I'm gonna say this, because I'm ready. I'm ready for this topic. I'm so ready for this.
I like it.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with some stuff that I see from the Cowboy Nation that I can't stand. Before I get into this.
Can I table it before you go?
Yeah.
2 things can be true.
Mm-hmm.
Just because my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, found something negative about Kellen Moore's philosophy, scheme, and whatever he was trying to do, doesn't mean that Mike McCarthy can walk on water. Doesn't mean that Mike McCarthy is the super glue that's going to hold everything together and everything is going to be peaches.
Right.
So allow this man to be able to give y'all measured Kool-Aid. Now go ahead.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
Man, I feel so honored that I got teed up so well.
Perfectly.
Man, that was perfect. Like that tee up was perfect. I gotta hit a button on that too.
Perfect.
All right. So one thing that I did notice about Cowboy Nation is that it was a lot of people sitting back waiting on Kellen Moore to put it on Dallas because they really wanted to say they was right. That's not really how we should be doing it. Like one guy, when I put out my thoughts on Kellen, he was like, I knew you was gonna say something about it. Like I got it out for Kellen. It's like, nah, bro. It's just about the pros and cons of the OCs. So after that discussion I had with this guy, I ain't gonna call him out because he does do media. But I ain't really like the spirit of how he came at me. But this is the deal. I said play calling is not the only job description of OCs. Because when a lot of people talking about OCs, they say, man, Kellen Moore's a great play caller. I would say he is. But then when you break down the full job description of OCs, it's things that I think Mike McCarthy is better at. It's things I think Kellen Moore is better at. So complimentary. Who would y'all say is better at complimentary play calling? Mike McCarthy or Kellen Moore? Law and Big.
Mike.
I would agree with you with that.
Okay.
Because he likes to use both.
Okay, so then what about between the 20s?
Big Mike. You right.
I'm going with Big Mike too.
To the test too.
Yeah, but if you disagree, you might disagree. If as we breaking down the job description, clock management, I'm going with Mike on that. Even?
I'm going even because he be tripping.
Draw, yeah.
Because I mean, I've seen numerous times him botch clock management. He did in that game. He was saying, "Well, you know, I was."
You might be talking about big moments. I'm talking about controlling the clock.
Oh, you talking about the durations of the clock.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, he definitely wants to control the clock. But yeah, big moments he be tripping.
And I will agree with you. I would say a tie from the way that you describe clock management. And he tripping big moments. There's a pattern that's starting to develop on Mike. Resting the defense, Mike or Kellen.
Oh, that's definitely Mike. He came out and said it. We want to rest our defense.
All right, cool. Okay.
Oh, and this next one, 100 million% Mike.
4-minute offense. I'm definitely going with Mike. And the 4-minute offense is very important. We saw that the other day. They had 8 minutes, and I said we need 6 minutes off this clock. And Mike McCarthy took 6 minutes off that clock.
Did you make sure you said long drives? Make sure you said long drives from Mike. Did you say that long drives from Mike?
Yeah, long drives. I skipped it. I'm glad you brought me back to it. Long drive. That's Mike.
That's Mike all the way because it's annoying.
You don't like it?
Bro, come on, man.
Let's talk about it. Hold on. Let's pause. Let's talk about it.
Yes, because this is what bothers me about that offense, okay? As far as he said that I want to rest my defense. We want to be responsible. We want to be smart with the football possessions time. Okay, I get that. But 8, 9, 10 play drives, and if your red zone is 8th, your red zone offense is 28th, and you're doing 10, 11 play drives, and you're getting not touchdowns, you're getting field goals, well, that puts pressure on your defense. So if that team comes down and scores within 3 to 4 plays, now you have already took off 7, 8 minutes off the clock. If they come back and score, now you put the pressure on your defense because you just saw when they scored, he had to get in the mode of, okay, we have to get back and score because when we don't play with the lead, we're not a good team.
Let me rebuttal a little bit on this, though, Big Game Jay.
Okay.
Two things can be true with that, too. I like this team on how Mike McCarthy called plays once we are at the 25-yard line, right, and going all the way up, traveling upfield. But I start to sweat now. When we pent inside our own 10, just like we don't have red zone plays, Big Mike don't have those plays to get us out of that. And when we inside our own 7 or we inside our own 5, I think that we missing a little creativity. Got to get you out of there, a philosophy or something. But we kind of become shells of ourselves once we inside. I saw it against the 49ers, and we saw it just last night. And that's the thing. But long, sustainable drive, I will roll with Mike. He gonna kill clock. We gonna move the ball just enough. Depth of 1,000 cuts.
The OC said one day, a good debater can argue both sides. I'm gonna argue your side a little bit, Big. It's one thing I don't like about long play drives. You can't have long play drives and the lack of discipline at the same time.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't get your team disciplined, then you need to speed the game up. For real. Because if you go try to have long play drives, but your guys off sides, your guys, you know what I mean? It's like, on that, I agree with you. Like, so you got to have and see, that's the problem I have with Mike McCarthy. It's the discipline on this team. Yeah, both sides too. And that's a reflection also the head coach, which also could be a reflection of a lack of power from front office given to your head coach. Because if your head coach can't strike fear on the team because he can't fire nobody, well, why would they fear you, Mike? So I don't know where the breakdown is coming from. But as I'm breaking down the long drives, that's the thing that I would argue with you on.
the drive killers. You talking about the false starts, the
false starts and
the illegal
holding,
shifts.
illegal shifts. Yeah, if you gonna have long drives, you got to be very disciplined.
I would give them more of a room for holding versus a damn false start.
Yeah, agree.
That kills the drive on both sides of the table.
Right.
We got to stop those things. Those are things that you can't control. Holding calls, they're very subjective. They can call them on every play, PI. They can call them on every play. But that doggone offsides, false start, lining up in the neutral zone, illegal formation, those come from coaches. 12 men on the field, you can't count. You know, let me.
No, I love it. I love it.
And that's what I talked about with the clock management. That's my bad, OC. But that's what I was talking about with the clock management too. Yeah. Because remember, we only had one timeout with like 14 minutes. It was how many? We had used 2 timeouts already. One was because we had 12 men on the field again, so we stopped that penalty, and then we had to call the timeout because we were about to have a delay of game. And you still were in. What were we in the third quarter? I think still. I think we were still.
We was in the third quarter. It happened in the second half. Yeah.
We was early in the third quarter. You already burnt 2 timeouts, and that's why I was saying, boss, with the clock management too, to kind of go back with that. You burning timeouts. You messing up those type of things, knowing that in that game later on, you may have needed those timeouts the way the game could have happened. Just my thoughts.
You know, you guys, first of all, are doing a fantastic job. Oh, did I? Okay, am I back? Am I okay? Okay, I think I'm okay. All right, so listen, you guys are doing a fantastic job, first of all, and I'm going to move locations after this statement just to try to get a little bit better view, but it's a tale of 2 coins with this offense. You want to do ball control offense, but at the same time, you have to be able to execute and finish out the red zone. And so we have a composite now of the Cowboys' inability to finish consistently inside of the red zone, okay? And so now what you have to do is switch strategies. Now Mike McCarthy has to take the governor off of the offense, take the governor off of Dak Prescott, and try to score points. Because what happens is this: if you play ball control, you don't convert and score touchdowns. Strategy is to use you.
He's spitting, but we hearing every other word.
But that boy was spitting dang, boy, man.
Hey, go to that other area, man, because we definitely want to hear this.
That Wi-Fi
is switch off on me, boss. Switch off on me, boss.
I got you. He was cooking too much.
He was spitting some good stuff, man.
He was cooking. He was.
Hey, and when he said take the governor off, boss, and big, that's the Dak Prescott that we accustomed to seeing. And my statement after the 49ers game, that's why I said what I said with Dak Prescott. He plays the game like his mom and them is in the car with him. You know what I'm saying? He plays the game like he's been with his wife or woman for 7 to 8 years, and he's still using protection. Ooh. He don't play the game raw. You know what I'm saying? So last night we got a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to see him play a little raw. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he pulled the ball, he kept the ball. You know, I said this right now, we would be, what's our record, 4-2 right now? Yeah. We would literally be 5-1 if he would have just, in that cards game, I'm going to score it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull it. I trust myself because he had to read options. He had to keep, you know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping the ball and giving the ball to the running back, keep the ball yourself. But go ahead.
Dak going raw. Well, we need Dak to go raw some more.
This is what I want to finish saying that I think is so critical and important about this offense is that your strategy can be used against you if you don't score points in the red zone. And so what I was saying is that we have a composite now of the Cowboys' inconsistency inside the red zone. We were 71%, a little bit more than 71% last year scoring touchdowns inside the red zone. Right now, we're near the bottom of the league in terms of converting touchdowns in the red zone this year. So what happens now is that you got to change the strategy, man. You have to actually try to go out here, attack, and score points. Ball control is fine if you're playing with the lead and it's a couple minutes left. But other than that, you need to try to attack and score points, because what happens is that your strategy gets used against you when you don't convert. Now teams score. Now you're behind. And now they run the ball down your defense's throat, like San Francisco did, all right? And then they kill clock and control the game on you. That's what happens when you don't execute in the red zone and you're unable to convert. So I think that Mike McCarthy, actually at this point, he needs to flip the strategy. He needs to open up this offense a little bit, and he needs to try to go score some points. That's my opinion.
I want to push back just a little bit. Tiny.
Come on.
I feel like a lot of the red zone was execution. Because up to last night, it was 4 drops in the red zone by just the tight ends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was some concept things that I felt like he was very old on. Like when he kept throwing the fade route. I think that's old. That's old. Especially like you said, the corners was playing outside leverage. They was taking away the fade. And Goofy McCarthy kept throwing the fade. That's old. But like Michael Gallup, he dropped the red zone touchdown yesterday. You know what I mean? That's 5. What's your response to that?
You know, my response is that it doesn't really matter the reason why. It just it matters the reason why to an extent. Let me not say that.
Because he called the right play. They dropped it 5 times.
Yeah, that's true. But boss, at the end of the day, if you are not executing in the red zone or outside of the red zone, you're still killing drives. So the point is to be more aggressive in between the 20s. And so if you're aggressive in between the 20s, then what happens is that you bust longer plays and you score touchdowns that way. Right? You're not just chipping away at the defense, and then now the field gets short. Your booty hole gets tight because you're not used to being down here, and then you start calling plays that kind of might not make a little bit of sense. All right? And so that's what happens here with Mike McCarthy. He gets into the red zone, and look, for as many drops, I'll be honest with you, because I broke down the film on these games. For the drops you mentioned, boss, he's called double questionable calls. I'm not going to even say bad. I'm going to say questionable calls inside of the red zone, inside of 10. That, why did you call that? Maybe you could have called that. Maybe you could have checked out of that. It wasn't like, okay, that was a great call. He has a lack of creativity because he's not in a flow. And I'm saying that this offense and this team really goes as McCarthy goes. McCarthy has to get into a flow. He has to get confidence. He has to get in a rhythm. And if he can't get into a rhythm, you really do need to open up this offense and trust number 4. Put the ball in his hands and trust your top 2 receivers and get the ball to your best athletes to give yourself a chance to win. That's what he needs to do at this point, in my opinion, because he's not in a rhythm. It's clear he's not in a rhythm. And because of that, this offense is borderline at times anemic.
Man. I feel you, OC.
I disagree.
I feel you, OC.
I disagree.
I feel you. Because look, hey, hold up, boss. Can I jump with OC on this? Here's my thing with that, because I told you about the long drives. And then to OC's point, where you have them long drives, now you get in the 20 or you get in that red zone, you got 15 plays now. Now you like, oh, damn, we got to score a touchdown because we didn't use 8 minutes, 15 plays, we need a touchdown. What do I need to do? Maybe that happens. But what I'm saying is you got aggressive after the Chargers jumped on you 7-0, right? We saw the next series, we went shotgun, we attacked them, we went after the Chargers, we moved right down the field, right? Why aren't you doing that at the beginning? You want to start out with Tony Pollard and pitch it over to him and let's run up the gut right quick. No! Be aggressive in the very beginning. You got Dak Prescott and you being all aggressive after we get down. Be aggressive the whole damn game. Stop picking and choosing when you want to be aggressive, because that aggressive nature is going to continue to give your team confidence, give your offense confidence. You know, like I know, y'all know, like I know, when that play calling starts getting close to the vest, your team plays accordingly.
I think that, like what we said earlier. Go ahead, OC.
No, just real quick. I got the perfect analogy. Y'all seen a pickup game when old men about to play some pickup basketball? They got high socks and they start rubbing muscle bomb on their knees and doing stuff like that. And doing doing long stretches and stuff like that. Then you got those 20-year-olds. They just come right out there and they ready to hoop and jump and they ready to start off fast and do their thing. That's the problem with this offense. Mike McCarthy comes in the game and he rubbing muscle bomb on his knees.
Man,
He want to start off. Just give me a couple handoffs. Let me get warm. Hold on. Wait a second. So he's calling. Listen.
You going
He's
too
calling
far,
the
bro.
game like that. And
No,
look,
he not.
and when you play against good teams, they're coming out and they trying to alley hoop dunk on you fast. And that's the difference right now. I'm just being honest. That's how I see it.
That's the truth.
I disagree, but go ahead, Law. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get in here after you go.
Well, my goodness, man. I think that you can be aggressive and then you can be conservative. I think we were too aggressive against the Green Bay Packers last year, too aggressive versus the Jags. I think that Mike McCarthy got to establish that trust and allow Dak Prescott to be Dak. Also, take away plays from guys that's not going and getting things done for you. Dak Prescott was 16 for 16 for 219 yards to any receiver outside of Michael Gallup last night. You see what I'm saying? So get CeeDee Lamb going, right? And then once he start cooking and you establish that lead or establish that rapport, then you can go to that conservative way. Call the plays for your star guys. That's all I'm saying with it. But go ahead, boss.
Yeah, I think the OC was out of bounds a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
On
Out
some
of bounds,
things,
bro. Okay.
just a little bit. I think on some of it you're right. I think he is a little bit old in the red zone. I do. I would go with your full analogy on that all the way, but I think he's modern between the 20s, and it works. I want Jerry and them to get out the way of trying to dictate what allegedly, because the show looks that way, forcing the ball to certain people. You know what I'm saying? And I think Dak needs to rebel too. I think Dak needs to rebel.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, boss. Let me ask you a personal question. It was not personal because we live. Okay, can an old man that's dating a young woman keep a young woman interested if he's modern on the date and at the restaurant and in the car, and if he's boring at home? Can he keep a young woman interested? No, listen. I'm saying I'm not going nowhere, Law. I'm not going nowhere with that, Law. I'm saying this. No, listen. I'm saying simply put, man, is that you gotta have a little bit of giddy up and go to you. That's all I'm simply saying. And I'm saying that look, Mike McCarthy needs a little bit more giddy up and go when it comes to the offensive play calling as we get into the red zone and as we get into several facets of the game where we have been unsuccessful. That is all I'm saying. You need a little bit of gusto. You need a little bit of giddy up and go. Can I say that? Can I say giddy up and go?
Oh, all right. Because I can't debate metaphors. Okay, I just can't. You gonna always be right when you. Like, of course, an old man, and you know what I'm saying. Like when you start asking, does an old man with Viagra match a young man that just came from running a race and his blood is high? I mean, of course.
I didn't mention I didn't mention
saying, bro. I can't compete with metaphors.
You implied that we got a limp noodle offense, man. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
What he said.
Just implied that. You know what I'm
that's what he implied. He did. That's what I heard too.
That we heard. We all heard what we heard. You know what I'm saying?
I can't debate that analogy. But I will say
you
this.
know what? There's nothing wrong with taking some Viagra then.
Yeah, and you know what? Let me say this. I think we got to give it time for it to work.
Wait a minute.
Listen. If somebody take let me use a metaphor since we all metaphorical today. Since all of us are Socrates today. Since we using metaphors and blue chews and all that analogies and and whatever else boys taking. This the deal. If you take a pill, you can't jump in and expect it to work immediately. Huh?
Yeah, about
half hour. Can we talk
minutes.
about this? Can we talk? Since we using metaphors, if you trying to jump in something and have some fun.
See, I ain't going as far as you, Boss. See, I ain't even going as far as you.
I'm just saying, bro.
You see how PG I was, Boss?
Yeah.
Notice how PG I was, Boss.
I said jump in
Notice how
something.
PG I was.
I said,
yeah, but
you don't know what I'm jumping into. Okay,
but they
if you
do got the.
I mean,
you never know.
all right, let me finish my analogy, man. Let me finish my analogy. Let me finish my metaphor. You got to give the pill some time to work, bruh. You got to give the pill at least 20, 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So this is what you're supposed to do if you take a blue chew or you take you one of them old bag, right? What you're supposed to do is take it, let it marinate. Then by the time you warmed up, you finna kill it. But see what y'all want out of Mike. Let me tell you what you greedy dudes want. You greedy old men. You know what you greedy old men want? Y'all want him to be modern when he just took the play call pill. See, that's horny talk. You horny. That's horny talk.
Yeah,
see, that's what happens when you horny.
But in your mind, right? So here's the thing: the mind is telling you though. You know you gotta wait.
My mind is
but
telling me no.
The mind is like, nah. Well, let's get this in now. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working?
See,
so you gotta have the anticipation.
Exactly, you horny.
You gotta be wanting it though, right?
You a horny fan, Big.
I'm a horny fan. I can
you
admit
horny.
It.
You want the ring so bad that you rush it. You gotta take your time on the pill. The man just took the offensive coordinator Viagra. Can you give it time to work? There's a reason why they have something called mid-season form. Can we get to mid-season?
Okay, mid-season, but after the mid-season, Viagra don't kick in. It ain't Viagra. It's the knockoff.
Wait a minute, man.
Yeah, man. Boys out there poking around in this. That's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling.
Fake meal.
Baby, give me some time. I do like you. Trust me, I really do like what I see. It just give me a pill. All right, man. But see what. All right, we was making
but if she bad, you don't have to worry about that.
Man,
you know
I don't need nothing. I don't need
Yeah,
nothing.
all right.
I don't need. And my boss say gas station horse pills. Y'all better be careful out there. Them gas. Listen, if y'all in them gas station with them pills, man. Listen, if your heart bust, hey, listen, y'all.
Go through the
jump out the chest.
Y'all better be careful out here, man, with them old gas station. When y'all see them models,
you gotta Lions Den.
What?
Wait a minute. What the?
Wait. Excuse me. Let me put the camera on you. What did you say, sir?
My boo know about the Lions Den.
All right. Horny Cowboys. Did I tell you? I told you Big was horny, bro. That boy was horny,
Cowboys. Horny Cowboys.
Oh,
baby.
you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Horny cat. We so horny for a ring. We out here rushing. Come on, get hard now, Mike McCarthy. Get hard. I need you. You already good between the 20s. You already number 1 in 10 play drives. I need you to finish though. Pause.
Yeah.
I need you to finish like a young man. Y'all heard the OC out here. I need you to finish like a young man. Wait.
No. I'm saying you
put the camera back on me though. But if you squint your eyes, you know what I'm saying? Just squint your eyes. You look good over there. And see, if you squint your eyes on this offense, it look good. You just gotta squint your eyes, and that's just what y'all been trying so much. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it at the other angle, it ain't gonna look too good. Now Hennessy got the same effect. You don't have to deal with any Cialis, Viagra, horny goat weed, and all that. You just gotta get a little hit and squint your eyes. I promise you, it's a dime in there. It's a dime somewhere in this offense. ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I had to
Hey,
bring
boss,
him, her back.
put the camera on me.
Thing is right here, you know.
I'm over here down.
I'm squinting my eyes. I'm squinting my eyes. I'm squinting. I'm squinting my eyes. I can't see it. I'm trying.
Just squint your
Squinting my
eyes.
eyes.
Let's get back to it.
Oh man.
I'm squinting my eyes. I'm
Right now,
trying.
squint their eyes. And they said, man,
I'm
this
squinting. I'm
offense
trying.
looking good.
Hey, man, say man, I'm crazy, bro. Oh man, damn boy. Oh man, that's so funny when you squint your eyes at that boy. It's gonna make you cry laughing, bro. Oh man, I'm over here dying. My neck hurting and everything, man. Ooh, this dude got my. Oh man, he got my neck hurting laughing, man. Oh man,
You squint their eyes right here. Man, this offense looking good over here, man.
that boy lost food, boy. All right. This is my last question, man. Since we sitting at the bye week, this is a time to reflect. What are some of the number one things that we should reflect on? I'm gonna start with you, La.
Well, the number one thing we should reflect on is that we are 4-2, and by the time we play the next time, hell, our record could be the same as the doggone Eagles, you know. So we have a bye week. It's a time for us to get everything refreshed. I'm glad the OC is here. Maybe he can talk to us about this offensive line. We can't even do our version of the tush push. I mean, what's going on? Why we can't anchor? Where's our strength at?
Yeah, man, that's a great question, Law. And I'm glad you asked me that question because the reality of it is we're playing with a combination of mostly old guys and guys recovering from injury. Okay, so you have an older guy in Tyron Smith who plays suitably when he's okay, but he just doesn't have strength anymore. He doesn't have power. So anytime you bull rush him and anytime you hit him hard coming off the edge in a run game, he's not getting pushed. Terrence Steele is even worse right now. He was rushed back. And look, he's good enough to play, and he got paid a king's ransom for coming back early. So I don't blame him for doing what he did, okay? He got the contract extension. God bless him. That's great for him. But in terms of physically, he's not where he was, okay? And he's not even where he needs to be strength-wise because the tape shows that anytime somebody bull rushes Terrence Steele, man, they get into his chest. He's not able to sit down and anchor on those bull rushes, and he's getting thrown back and knocked off his feet. You got also Zach Martin, who is playing okay, but man, he doesn't have that quick step like he used to. Then you got Tyler Biadasz playing okay. Then you got Tyler Smith is probably your best lineman overall right now. And so you got a combination of old and injured. And I think what the Cowboys have to do schematically is they're going to have to create angles and run more zone concepts because they run power concepts out of this offense with Brian Scheimer, and zone concepts suit more the ability of this offensive line at this point because they're not able to get just a lot of dramatic push off the football right now. So now you go to zone concepts.
Let me ask this for your last concept and your thought points with this. We talked about, some people talked about, and they made decrees and they declared that they miss Kellen Moore, what have you. Are we missing Joe Philbin? Are we missing his coaching acumen versus Mike Solari? Are you a true believer in Mike Solari, what he's doing right now? Or do you see us regressing, or do you see us improving down the stretch with this new offensive line coach?
I think that you have the opportunity to improve down the stretch because the more games offensive linemen play together, the better they get. That's one thing I will say. The more games they play together, the better they tend to get. However, you can't compensate for a guy whose leg is not right and who's just aging and tired. You can't compensate for that with games. So if it's not turning around and us creating some good creases these next couple of games coming out of the bye, this is really my battery test, right, for this offensive line, then I think you need to look at using the strengths of this offensive line, which is really athleticism and the ability to take angles and cut off with getting some push. So now you use zone concepts, now you use pin and pull, now you use some things like counter traps, now you pull a Tyler Smith more, you let him do Tampa traps and just blow up defensive ends like he did versus the Arizona Cardinals. You use things like that to try to create scenes, because what you have in Tony Pollard is a scat back. You don't have a power back, okay? You don't have a true power back. So you're starting back as a scat H type back. So you want to create seams for that guy and let him pick the right hole to go through. And you do that using the concepts that I just mentioned, just now. So that's my opinion on it, man. I'm not a believer in offensive line coach at this point because of how the guys have played, and not just a believer in him. I don't know his power law, and that's the question. I don't know his power, because if he's making the decisions in terms of where the guys are playing, I really don't believe in him, because I don't think there's no way in Hades, there's no way in God's green earth that Chuma should have ever been starting at left tackle. I think that was just a miss. It was an epic fail. It was an epic miss. And then you should have had Tyler Smith playing left tackle. You should have had Chuma playing where he played well the first 2 games, playing at left guard, right? And so I don't know the decisions, Law, but if I knew, I could tell you for sure. But right now, I'm not a believer.
So in hindsight, 2020, my last one, I wanted to ask you about this, and I know that hindsight is 2020. But damn, did our scouting department miss out on DeJuan Jones at right tackle?
Yeah, we did.
I think that DeJuan. I think that DeJuan Jones, in terms of how he's playing, man,
we missed. Yeah, we did.
DeJuan
Jones should have been the pick over Schoon easily.
But look,
because when me and you was debating that, we was debating the first round. We was not debating the second round.
Mm-hmm. Now, but boss, listen, you're right. He definitely could have been a pick, but we didn't just miss on Jones. We also missed on several other players that we could have picked to solve these problems we have now. Yeah. We missed Osiris too. Yeah, Osiris was available in the second round. He was available. So we could have picked him. If they would have listened to the OC and Boss Cowboy, they'd have been all right. I'm telling you, bro, because you had Osiris in the building. That solves a lot of your problems. Now you don't have to rush and force Tyron Smith back out there. You could leave Tyler Smith where he was doing pretty well at left tackle. Put plug and play, day one dude, put Osiris right there at left guard, solves your problems, gives you more flex with guys that can actually get the job done. And that's the thing right now, is that versus some good teams that are physical, man, I mean, we're having a hard time controlling the line of scrimmage. To your point, Law, we're having a hard time controlling that line of scrimmage. We're having a hard time keeping Dak Prescott clean in the pocket on 7-step drops. And you're going to have to do some max protections. And max protection just means this: you leave a back or a tight end to block, which means that you have one less receiver to threaten the defense. And then now, your 1 and 2 receivers, CeeDee Lamb and Carr, they're going to have to win on routes, because Michael Gallup is not really winning on routes. Or either you're going to do a check down to Ferguson, right? But CeeDee Lamb and Carr, they have to win on routes for you to be successful. And I think they can. And that's the thing that the Cowboys need to exploit.
Let me jump in here real quick on some solutions. The OC, you brought up something the other day that I think a lot of people need to start talking about. Chuma at left guard, Tyler Smith at left tackle.
It's not bad at all. To me, that's not bad.
And I do love Tyler Smith at left guard. I do. But at the same time, like you say, how long we go give? See, because this is having a vibe of being friendly to your draft choices. You know what I mean? Is we're gonna be loyal to Tyron Smith. He's been good to us, you know.
This is Jason Witten loyalty, bro, right here with Tyron Smith. This is that Jason Witten loyalty, bro.
Yeah, this is Jason Witten loyalty. This is that loyalty that's like Witten. This is that Sean Lee loyalty, you know.
Yep.
Where you letting balls go out how they want to go out, versus doing the honest, hard, cutthroat things you got to do in a young man's game, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's something on Competition Tuesdays. I think we should keep our eye on that, because we can't listen, y'all. Yes, it was exciting that Dak was making plays, But how long we gonna have Dak just running for his life like that to make plays, y'all? Come on now. Like, I would rather Dak have clean pockets than doing all that running. He did a lot of improvising. It was dope. It was cool to see. It wasn't safe.
Yeah. He gonna get banged on eventually if he keep doing that. You know what I mean? That's the thing. He gonna take a big shot. That's it. You know what I mean? That's why you don't want him doing it.
Oh, Big.
You on mute, big. You on mute.
Your mic.
Yeah.
And I like what Tony said. 2 weeks to adjust. Go ahead, Law. Did you have something on that?
No. He slam dunked all of that. So I truly believe you fixed his offensive line stuff. Now that the way he broke it down, you fix his offensive line stuff, we would see better looking plays from our running back and better plays from your quarterback. O-line first, man. We fixed this up because those 5 sacks that he took last night, those are not healthy, and it could have been more if he wasn't able to evacuate the pocket from where we was looking at. So I think offensive line play been regressing this season. So and somebody yelled out, Tyler Smith, even though he showed you some plays of dog mentality, from a perspective looking back, he's having a sophomore slump opposed to what he did last year. And then of course we all know that Terrence Steele, it is what it is with that. And then bringing back Tyron Smith, he just a name right now. His name is, and I'm not beating up my guy, you know what I'm saying? But I just got to say that his name is just a name. And I know my guy, Big Game James, we're going to do that, just like Julio Jones is a name right now. And Eagles fans are happy,
I done told y'all about Tyron Smith since 2019.
Yeah.
2019, I've been saying this about Tyron. You should have traded him. You could have got picks, and you could have rebuilt your offensive line. They scared, but like you said, they giving them that Sean Lee love, that Jason Witten love. And once again, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier in this show, is one of the reasons why we suffer and things are always happening, because the top does things. Oh, well, we love Tyron. So no matter how good Tyler Smith is at left tackle, Tyron's going to be allowed to go out in his own way, and we're going to keep Tyler Smith at left guard. And to prove our point that we want to have Tyler Smith at left guard, we're going to put Chuma at left tackle to prove our point, to keep Tyler Smith at left guard, because he's our left guard, so we don't look away from our point. And that is the problem always that comes with the Cowboys, man.
Yeah, man. Well said, man. Yeah, it's really politics to your own demise. That's what you're looking at.
Yes.
In terms of the offensive line, it's politics to your own demise. It's showing your power to your own demise. To your own demise.
And I think it's politics to your own demise on a lot of different stuff, bro. I think it's politics to your own demise when you forcing it to Michael Gallup versus forcing it to Cook and CeeDee Lamb. Like, that's politics. It's so much. See, this is why Big had to put the Kool-Aid in the refrigerator, and me too. As much as I love me some Kool-Aid, I gotta put the Kool-Aid up when I'm seeing signs of politics, bro. It's just what you gotta do. Now, if this was about just pure competition, the best man and common sense and football decisions, I'm not putting up the cup. I'm riding with it up and down, thick and thin. I'm riding the whole wave, wins and losses. But when you got like this type of stuff, bro, you're like, nah, bro. Like this is goofy to be like literally like, yeah, we're gonna win it all. We're gonna, wait. We got the talent too, but y'all got to do the right things with it.
I mean, you seen Marquise Bell, who's a good 35 pounds smaller than LVE, shooting them gaps. What have I've been screaming when I made that Sean Lee video and said, well, damn, can we get a linebacker coach like Sean Lee? Somebody who can be film study, somebody who can anticipate plays, somebody can come in there and be aggressive, come downhill and make plays. That's what I seen Marquise Bell doing last night. I seen him shooting them gaps. I seen him not hesitating, seeing the play. The blocker's there, but he's beating the block. It's okay to beat the block. It's okay to anticipate and beat the block and make the play, instead of letting the blocker come to you to the second level and get taken out of the play. That's what I'm talking about. You saw Marquise Bell do it, who's smaller than LVE, but LVE was staying in there because they love LVE, right? That don't make sense to me. you got a guy who's 30 pounds smaller than him, but he's making plays. That man needs to. That's what we talk about with the politics. It's never who's the best player; it's who makes the most money. And you can go back with Tony Pollard.
Who drafted?
Yes, or who's been drafted. Tony Pollard got signed to the 1-year deal for $10 million. So guess what? When it's first down and goal, and we're inside the 8-yard line or the 10-yard line, and Tony Pollard should go sit his butt down.
Rico.
Nope. That $10 million player is going to start, and he's going to shoot that first down when it should be Rico or maybe a Hunter Lukey or something like that.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, you know, we got to get into our final words.
Yeah, man.
So I got a couple. First, on the bye week, I want to keep the pressure up. I do. I want to keep the pressure up.
Good. Your hate has made you powerful. Now, fulfill your destiny and take your father's place at my side.
Man. So first, but that lightsaber so dope. So first, I want to continue to see the Dallas Cowboys embrace hate, like for real. I want you to continue to recognize, because it's a sucker move for San Fran to be all undisciplined versus the Browns, all those penalties. But they was buttoned up versus Dallas. They was clean. They was ready. They ran a bunch of zones for 4 games. But on game 5, they came out impressed. That's, you know why?
Why is that?
Because they hate you, Dallas. Every team hates you. So one of my final words is embrace the dark side. Embrace the hell out that dark side. And continue, play everybody like you hate them. Because I'm being honest, because they hate you. That's number one. And I mean that. They hate you, Dallas. They hate you, Micah. Michael Kittle's not your guy. No. None of them. Mahomes, he not cool with you, Dak. I know y'all dapped each other up one day at the airport. I wish you would have left him hanging. For real. I wish you would have been. Nah, I'm gone, bro.
Right.
I don't talk to you, bro. You the enemy. Like, for real. Like, nah, I ain't friendly like that. I'm just let you know. I'm not cool with you. You in the spot I want to be. All right? So I'm not cool with you. Like, just let that hate burn in you. Just like the emperor said, let it grow. That's number one. Number two, going into the bye week, I don't think talent is our issue. I don't even think coaching is our issue. I think Mike McCarthy go get better as he call plays. I believe in the red zone. OC is right. He the old man with the socks on. But, you know, between the 20s, he got a little swag. He been shopping. But it's that front office politics, man, that a lot of people don't talk about. That it has this eerie feel of under targeting CeeDee Lamb on contract years.
Mm-hmm.
Where you over targeting Michael Gallup because he's one of your drafted guys, instead of going with the logical choice, which is targeting the guy who now Brandon Cooks, everywhere he go, gets 1,000 yards with ease with trash quarterbacks. He got Dak Prescott and hardly getting the targets. And when you target him, he show up.
He ain't lying.
When he ran that jet sweep, you could see the speed. It looked like a jet.
Yeah, it did.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Why are you running fade routes with Michael Gallup when you got a legit burner? Common sense say. So as we go into the bye week, to be honest, the sad part is it's not going to be the coaching. It's not going to be the players. It's gonna be front office getting their thumb off the scale. Get your thumb off the scale. Let competition decide who the better guys are. Not your philosophy of how the team build. Not your, we drafted this guy, so we go play him. Dennis Houston beat out Jalen Brooks, but you know what y'all do? Jalen Brooks, he's our drafted guy. We gonna go with him. You know what I'm saying? So basically, y'all got to get out your own way. That's what's gonna have to happen. That's my final word.
I mean, well said. I don't know what else to say after that, 'cause that's the only feeling I have.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the team. No, I do want to say another final word.
All right.
Because I feel like the Joneses' attitude permeates to the team.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you Joneses are tough. Because anytime we play somebody tough, we get smacked in our mouths, and I'm tired of that. I'm really tired of playing teams and getting smacked in the mouth when we play some tough teams. That's really bothering me, and I don't know if that's from the top. The politics bothers me because I feel like that's the true reason why this happens to us.
Yep.
And why we get in our own way.
Yep.
We get in our own way. That's the problem with this organization, in my opinion.
Yep.
We have these great expectations of this team every year, but we get in our own way. And
Yep.
the only way we're going to ever win this is if we get out our own way from front office. It starts from the front office.
Yep.
We got to get out our own way, because if we don't do that, we're just going to keep going in a circle, having talented teams, winning a bunch of games, but always failing. That's my final word.
You know, I'll say this simply. The Cowboys are 4-2. The Cowboys have an opportunity to still take the NFC East lead, okay, with a win over the Eagles coming up and just finishing out, you know, the middle and back end of their schedule really strong. So the Cowboys are still in a really, really good position. The great thing about all the things that we said that might be negative is that it is the beginning part of the season and we have time to adjust. The most important part, though, is that the Cowboys actually make the adjustments. Mike McCarthy, let's just make this simple. Give the football to your best players in a variety of ways. That's it. That's all you have to do. Give the ball to the best players offensively, not whoever somebody wants to or whoever you think. No, just the best athletes. Give those guys the ball on a consistent basis in a variety of ways, and you will be very good offensively. Doesn't matter where on the field you are. Defensively, I just think that, you know, we have to really take a look at the toughness, and we have to look at the grit of our bigs on that line, man. I mean, nobody should be able to run the ball against us. I don't care. Nobody inside should be able to run the ball against us. We got to have grit on the inside. We have to be tough defensively on that line. We got to take care of our business. They need to start Marquise Bell. I said this about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now on Twitter, that he's played the best the linebacker position all year. And that just stands true today, man. He's the best linebacker by play that the Dallas Cowboys have. And we have to emphasize and ride the best player so we can be successful. Hey, we're 4-2. We got a chance to go get these boys and be number one in the NFC East. And we just got to take care of our business, and we'll be in good shape. So that's my final word.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
Man, that beat go hard.
Man, it do. Great show, guys. My final word is don't say words to make people feel good and don't mean them. You know, the Cowboys' mantra is cease everything. Well, the Cowboys have the opportunity to cease everything. Don't be stagnant. Don't be complacent. Stagnant water sits still, and it becomes muddy. It becomes undrinkable. It becomes an area where festers and things start to grow in. You have the opportunity right now, Cowboys. If you ultimately believe that this team can take you there, then pull the trigger. Go out there, make some trades, man, and get a Patrick Surtain if he's available.
Fournette.
Or, hey, pick up the phone and call the Saints and say, hey, how much you want for Marshawn Lattimore? Because at the end of the day, we saw some holes on this defense. We did, and we got by last night. We got by. Gilly, you know, hey, he made the biggest play at that moment, but he was getting cooked, y'all. He was getting cooked all game. Bland got cooked, and I like Bland on the outside, but we can't continue to say, okay, we got away with that one. Let's go bring that back to the table. Tape is out there now. So let's figure out ways to seize everything. We talked about our offensive line play. We talk about our running backs. I like what Pollard brings to the table, but he's pressing this year. He's trying to cut back inside when he got the outside and just take it there and get those yards and get out of bounds. Get those yards. He fumbled the other day. You know what I'm saying? Could have been costly. That's 2 times in a row. I need to see coaches on the sideline with some type of emotion. Spit need to come out of their mouth and land on the players because nobody's scared. There's no fear of God on this team. So when there's false starts, offsides, too many men on the field, we need to have somebody holding these guys accountable. So cease everything from the coaching staff to the front office. Yes, you guys are right. They need to stand and get out of the way. But right now, they need to be working hard to solidify everything so that those words can mean something, you know, that they set out for this 2023 season. That's my final word.
Boy. Ooh-wee. Everybody went crazy on that final word. That was probably the best final word together we've ever had. Like, for real. That particular final word, how everybody closed, bruh, I felt everything everybody said.
I've been really in the field, love to rush, I love to feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Yeah. Count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love to rush, I love to feel. Lately I just wanna run it up.